Hi there! It's not always the case that the best version of any song is the live version. Sometimes it is, as the artists get more comfortable with experimenting and improving on the work done in the studio, but quite often it's the little nuances of the studio version that get lost on stage. To illustrate this point in way more detail than necessary, I want to dive into one of my favorite albums of all time, Hunky Dory, and I'll discuss 3 melodic twists that Bowie himself couldn't or wouldn't replicate live. First, Andy Warhol, the original 1971 version.
Andy Warhol looks a scream, hang him on my wall.
So you've got 2 distinctive melodic elements here. You've got the glissando on the first Andy Warhol,
Andy Warhol looks a
and the yodeling sing on the second half.
hang him on my wall.
Now here's Bowie performing the song 1 year later. That's the Santa Monica 1972 version.
Andy Warhol looks a scream, hang him on my wall.
A simpler melody. The glissando on the first Andy Warhol is gone. We go from this
Andy Warhol, my wall.
to this.
Andy Warhol, my wall.
A subtle change for sure, but a less interesting bit of melody. And the yodeling motif at the end is also gone. The reason for the change is probably practical. It's a less demanding line to perform exactly right gig after gig. Then Bowie forgot about the song for more than 20 years and brought it back for the outside tour. That's when, for a short time, his gimmick was to only perform obscure songs like No Let's Dance, so on and so forth. Here's the 1995 Dallas concert version. So yet another degree of simplification on the second half, which is now reduced to a couple of notes. One might think that this change is due to the drum and bass industrial anthem-like quality feel to the new version. But actually, he performed the exact same melody in a strictly acoustic setting. That's on the Changes Now Bowie unplugged version.
Andy Warhol looks a scream, hang him on my wall.
Second song, Oh You Pretty Things. That's the chorus on the original version.
Oh, you pretty things. Don't you know you're driving your brothers insane?
Here again, a subtle glissando on the Don't You Know. But only the first time he sings. The second time is a simpler motif. Same on the Ziggy Stardust 73 soundtrack. Again, that little improvement on the melody is gone in favor of a simpler, more direct melody.
Oh, you pretty things. Don't you know you're driving your
One can argue that the concert versions have more of that live energy and all, but on the other hand, it's the attention to detail and the little nuances in the performance that makes it a really gripping melody on the album. Finally, last but certainly not least, Life on Mars. First, the original chorus.
sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen.
The melody does that big leap on sailors. Then the 72 Santa Monica version.
Sailors Sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man!
Two things happening here. The whole song is played in a lower key, and the melody itself has changed. Same on the 1983 Serious Moonlight tour.
Sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen.
Now let's compare to the original, focusing on the sailors part. Same key, but Bowie is restricting himself to a less daunting interval. The end result is that the studio version sounds a lot more dramatic and epic, and that's the bit of melody that people identify with the whole feel of the chorus and the song. That cinematographic feel of a Life on Mars. And Bowie would perform the simpler version of the chorus all the way to the end. Let's check on the Glastonbury version.
Sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man.
Now, overall, the Life on Mars original studio recording is just perfect. Everything from the piano playing to the orchestration to the mixing falls right into place. But even focusing on the vocals only, Bowie is doing something in 1971 that he hasn't been able or willing to surpass afterwards when playing the song live. Not even mentioning anybody who's covered the song through the years. So that's one more reason to appreciate this album, recorded at a time when studio time was short. Bowie himself would sometimes record his early vocals in a hurry, and still this is as close to perfection as it gets. And with all these small, interesting melodic ideas that the man himself couldn't improve on for the remaining of his life. Anyway, like and subscribe. See you.